Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this Monday morning. Got a great show lined up. You always like to get a week started off with Panhandle Outdoors, and here we are. And let's get first started with our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. But before that, I have two really big announcements to make today. So we'll do those later on in the show. But let's go and look at our weather now. High today, it's not going to be that warm. It's going to be a high of 87. There's a little cool airs come through up from the north and cool things down. Low tonight will be 75. And the water temperature now remains around 84 degrees. That's hot as it's been all year. It looks really good out on the water. A lot of bait fish, a lot of big fish looking after the bait fish. So a lot of good things going on out there with warm water. Now let's take a look at our moon phases. Every Monday we like to do our moon phases for the week. We're on as you can see on today's the first, it's called a waning moon. We're sort of losing it. We'll have a new moon coming in next week, and a full moon in July now will be down on that fourth week on like Monday the July 22nd will be the full moon this month. So it's going to ease on out of here another week or so, then start building back up. All right. Let's take a look at our tides brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Cemetery and Funeral Home. Their motto is where caring counts. A really good sponsor of Panhandle Outdoors, and our high tide is this morning at 5:27 and a low tide at 4:17 this afternoon. So you got an outgoing tide today and a 0.8 foot range. Okay, marine forecast will be coming out of southwest at 9 miles an hour, south-southwest. Okay, let's take care of our weather. Let's come back and one of the big announcements right after this break. All right, welcome back, folks. Let's get started with one of these big announcements. We want to welcome aboard. We have a new system that we're taking Panhandle Outdoors. It's called Coastal Connection Television out of Port St. Joe and Weewall. And folks, that brings another 25,000 potential viewers to Panhandle Outdoors. And we're glad y'all are aboard. Today's your first day. I want to welcome you. And we're just glad to hear Keith Nichols in charge of Coastal Connection TV. I've been in negotiations with him for a couple of weeks, and we got everything squared away. So we'll be coming to you every day or night or whenever you get to watch the show. It'll be maybe a couple of different times on there. It's channel 17 on Mediacom and channel 8 on Fairpoint Communication. But it's such an honor to be a part of your for our program to be a part of your lives, and we're just glad to be there. Let me go ahead and take a few minutes and tell you what to expect. So you older viewers or maybe the experienced viewers, just bear with me a minute. What we try to do in Panhandle Outdoors Television is just bring you the best we can in outdoor TV. We try to inform and entertain you. We're the only show in America that comes on every day. And there's 52 weeks a year, 5 days a week, that's 260. Now, we don't do 260 shows. We do 255 shows. The last week of the year, between Christmas and New Year's, we pick out the 5 best shows of the year and show those again, the top 5. Jeff and I will get together. Speaking of our crew, Jeff Peck is behind the camera, and I'm in front of it, and Gail does a lot of editing. That's our production and staff right there. But we work hard to bring you the very best in outdoors. And anytime you have any announcements or information or pictures, send them to me. Jeff always puts my email address across the screen there. And it's a great situation. I get a lot of feedback. You can email me. If you want to make an announcement about your club, we'll support all the community activities that's geared toward the outdoors. We're very, very much supportive of having young people getting in outdoors. We start with kids, and we have a little club called, it's informal, it's really not a club. We call it POKIO, Panhandle Outdoor Kids Enjoying the Outdoors. So anytime you have pictures of kids and all, send those to us, and we'll show those. We also have every Friday we have a big draw, and also have drawings throughout the year. So if you want to enter your name in here, send it to me, and we'll put it in the pickle jar. And every Friday we give away from Tarpon Dock Seafood. We'll give away a $20 gift certificate for the first prize, and the second prize will be a big old red snapper. We do that every week, and it's just a lot of fun doing that. Now, so welcome aboard, and it makes me feel good. I know. I feel like our show is doing a lot of good things. I get so much good feedback from different people. We cover 9 counties here in the Panhandle, and it's just a lot. And it amazes me, some people come in from out of town and all. I went to a conference in Tampa a week before last, and people are just amazed that we do a daily outdoor TV show. They just said people don't do these things anymore. I said, well, we do, because we have a great viewing audience. So all I ask you to do is just support our sponsors. I said, our sponsors, they pay for our TV time, and that's how we stay on the air. And we have great sponsors. We have loyal sponsors. I have great testimonials from them where you, our viewers, have gone ahead and traded with them and talked about the show. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So we're going to keep bringing the show. If I can't be here, I've got some good backup. Bill Adams always here. Have other guys that step up to the plate. So it's just a good thing. So welcome aboard, and we're going to I want to see some pictures from your area. Now we have some viewers down there. It's just a different cable company, but this goes all the way over into Alligator Point, close to Alligator Point, and on into Gaston County, my home county. So hopefully some buddies over there can see me every morning. I know y'all want to do that. All right. Also, a couple of announcements. Speaking of announcements, make sure if you're into fly fishing, there's a group of folks here in Bay County, and it's open to everybody in the Panhandle. They started a fly fishing club a little while back, and I've been to it, and they're really serious about fly fishing, but they're serious about helping other people get started in it. And they meet once a month. They've been out of town, a couple of them recently, but they're going to start back, start meeting again tonight. They always meet the first Monday of the month. They're going to be meeting at a Boatyard restaurant, and they'll get there around 5 o'clock, and you can eat if you want to, but a lot of times they just sit around and talk about fly fishing. They show you various ways how to tie a fly, what color is working for them, and they do a lot of fly fishing, a lot more than I do. And we've had them on the show before. And they'll show you the color of the fish with, the size of the fish with, and tell you some locations to go fly fishing. So if you want to get started, they're going to be meeting tonight at 5 o'clock at Boatyard Restaurant. Okay? All right, let's take our first break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now remember, the red snapper season is out. I'm gonna take this down. I just want to leave it one more day for our new viewers. That big old red snapper there, and grouper season starts today. So a lot of things going on, and red snapper grouper season goes through the 24th. We'll talk more about that later on the seasons. But let's look at some pictures. This is funny now. We take for granted people want to come to the beach, and they're going to come to the beach however they can get here. Now, normally I don't show pictures like this on the highway. Someone sent it to me, Panama City, a bus, it looks like. I mean, look at, can you tell us a family they've saved up all year to come their week-long vacation down at the beach? And I just think, I'm sure they're from Alabama, Georgia, and we take for granted how many people just love coming down here vacationing. I'm sure there's a fishing pole in there somewhere. So I just want to share that with you. And that's a funny sight. They got those bungee cords and all, rope all wrapped around it. All right, now here's our buddy. Listen, Ken Peppermore caught some more snappers since he's been on the show. Now, I don't know. This is not the same picture he sent the other day. That was after he was on the show. In fact, he left here and went out fishing. That was Thursday morning, I believe, and he caught this one. And I don't know. I don't guess Ken works anymore. He just fishes all the time. Good job, Ken. He does have some days off. All right. This is a Cosper family. Steve and John Cosper fishing together. They're from old St. Andrews family. I've known those boys since they were little. Good job there, Cosper family. Okay. Stacy Price sent this picture in, okay, and the shark got the best part of this one. This was a big one, and we've had these pictures this whole month, this past month of June, since snapper season been over. These sharks have really feasted off these snappers like we have. I didn't want to send you this picture here. Listen, when you're out on the Gulf, and this is a flat calm, first of all, just beautiful weather, but if you see something floating, of course, and that's another reason we're not going wide open. You can sort of bust off a foot of your motor right here, but you got to be careful. But if you see it floating, now this is prime fishing right here, folks. You got the seaweed around it. You got a floating objects. There's going to be a dolphin underneath it. There's going to be triple tail underneath it. Always stop and investigate something like this and fish around it. Throw some kind of plug up underneath it, and I promise you, 99% of the time they're going to be fish under there. I'm not going to say they're going to bite, but you're going to see some fish under a floating object. People now even take out tarps and set up tarps intentionally so the fish can get under and come back later and fish under those tarps. I don't know if that's still legal or not. All right, now, Tom Gurley sent this in, our resident photographer. He did a good job on this. A beautiful dragonfly. Good job, Tom. Okay. I also want to I got a couple more pictures, but I want to show you. Let's see if I can get to them. Let me go ahead and speak of Tom Gurley. He said we always wondering what the deer are doing this time of year. Okay. Let's look at this one here. This is State Park. Tom was out at State Park flashing away. This is deer, a young buck walking on the beach. You see the horns, they get a velvet on them. All right, here's another shot of it. Okay, it's amazing what they can find to eat in a place like that, San Andreas State Park. But this is this time of year what the bucks are doing, and it is fascinating. Now here's a great picture here of the velvet. This is the antlers growing, and you get a great shot of the velvet covering. That's actually giving a blood supply to the bone and all, making it grow like that. So good job, Tom Gurley. All right, that takes care of a picture. Now let's go into the video, and then after the video, we'll come back with our second big announcement. This video, this is sort of funny. Most of y'all have been watching the show for a while. You know, my granddaughter Whitney, my oldest granddaughter Whitney, loves to hunt with her dad, Walter, and they've really gotten into hog hunting lately at night with his military scopes and all, and they've had a ball. And Whitney only goes every now and then, but she wanted to take one of her friends with her, but right when school was closing out, so they could stay up late, and they were all excited about it. But I want you to watch this whole video and see what happens, and see how many hogs those two little girls end up getting. Okay, let's go ahead and roll this video, Jeff.
All right, we're on our way up to Liberty County to go hog hunting with Maddie May. And we're hoping that she can put down her first hog tonight. We're gonna show her the guns that she'll be shooting with, and hopefully we can lay one down tonight. So we're pretty excited. So what kind of gun are we gonna be using tonight, Whitney? An assault rifle, Maddie May, an AR-10. So how are we gonna see the hogs? We're using a FLIR and night vision. We'll see through the scope, and that's what we're shooting with. So what else do you want to do tonight? Kill something. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, that's all we should come for. Yeah, I mean, squirrels has lost the excitement, you know, in the backyard. We kind of get in trouble by the neighbors, you know, the civilized country club. It's just not okay anymore.
All right, Maddie May. Use the safety, very important. That's safe, horizontal. That's fire. When we say safety's on or off, whatever, turn it on, keep it on all the time. Okay. Here's the scope power, 2 clicks clockwise. This is scope brightness or reticle brightness. Don't need to mess with that. Okay. Just this. Okay. You'll get accustomed to finding it in the dark. You don't want to be fumbling around looking for it. Just feel for it. This, of course, will be off. Turn the scope on. We'll say safety's off. Your gun will be in your shooting sticks already. And when we do the countdown, 3, 2, 1, we'll all fire together. Okay. And we'll have 3 dead hogs, and then we'll shoot some more on the end.
Okay.
Younger than I am, I'll let him drag it. I'm gonna let him load him by himself too. Ooh. That way he'll be 200 pounds tested. Oh,
You ladies having fun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What time is it?
10:04.
And what have you been doing for the last 20 minutes?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Biggie hole. You're in that one. That's a good sound.
What do you think she weighs?
She's probably 220.
How are our 2 shooters doing back here?
They're doing very well. They're probably killing many hogs in their sleep. The breathing seems steady. It's not that make good shooters.
Okay. Come with us, Piggy Hog.
What do y'all think of this hog hunt?
It's fun. I don't remember it. Whitney's having hallucinations. I was hallucinating.
So y'all don't even remember hearing the shot?
Oh no, we heard. I woke up to gun pals, and then she goes, "I'm cold," and I said, "Khalil pays people to get warm," and I had no idea what I was talking about.
Or in your dream, obviously.
No, I don't even remember dreaming.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoy that. You can still see they're still little girls. They want to be big outdoors, but when they get sleepy, they're going to fall asleep. And but it's good them just going out and being around that. And Whitney did get one later on, a couple of nights later. I'm going to show you that video. She had a great shot, about 200-some yards, and shot one in the head running. So we'll show you that video maybe later on this week or next week. So that hog hunting is something, that's a win-win situation. You're helping out those farmers, getting those hogs out of their field, eating their crop, and then you're also doing something with some other folks, some outdoor activity in a unique atmosphere. So give it a try. All right, now, let's go and look at our fishing game forecast for today, brought to us by Mark Cowart at Edgewater Beach Realty, 832-6000. Now, our 2-hour blocks for our new viewers, we do this twice. It comes usually twice a day, and has 2-hour blocks in it. So this morning we're looking at 6:32 to 8:32, and tonight we're looking at 6:48 to 8:48. And that's when the moon and stars and everything lines up for the best time. There's always some variables there on these fishing and hunting times. Those variables could include a front coming through and low pressure dropping. That always affects it. So, but in general, I believe in these, and I've had good luck in these, both hunting and fishing. So we're proud to present those every day to you, and thank Mark Cowart for sponsoring that spot here. Now let's the tip of the day. I always try to come up with a tip. We don't do it every day, but every now and then we'll come up with one. I was thinking the other day, you know, we're in the middle of summer, and we always talk about, you know, sun protection, and the sun is vicious out there this time of year. And if you can, you know, I'm even starting to wear those masks and everything out and long sleeves. I've always done that, but still, at times you don't have that situation. So you have these big old tubes of suntan lotion, and we don't. I don't like to carry something this big in my pocket. So what I do, I have this smaller container here, so I just keep refilling. The tip of the day, I just keep refilling. When I run out of this, I refill it before I go on a trip and make sure this is full. And even if I'm going to be in a shaded area fishing, like on a head boat or something, I'll be in the shade, but I'm still going to get reflections off that water. And remember that. A lot of times you say, well, I've got this big old hat on, this and that, but you're still going to get a lot of rays and all. So, you know, protect that skin and put on some kind of sunscreen, okay? And keep it on there. Keep reapplying it. They've run all kind of tests, and it is important that you don't just put it on one time in the morning and think that's going to last you all day. You got to keep reapplying it. Okay, now, my second big announcement. I have decided after much deliberation and thought and prayer, I'm going to go ahead and get run another printing of my book, full box. So we've got it set up and all. Rose Printing Company out of Tallahassee. They're the printing company that prints it. I've been very blessed with this book. For you new people that haven't heard about it, I spent 3 years working on it and did a lot of interviews and story collecting and all, and come out with this book. And so it did real well. And I've had I think 5 different printings, and I ran out over a year, about a year and a half ago. I ran out, and I told Gail, I said, honey, that's all we're going to fool with. Now I think everybody's got some, but people would call me, kept calling. Especially, I've had 2 Christmases since it's been out, and people really call me around Christmas time. They want to get a copy for a friend of theirs somewhere else and all, and I started feeling bad. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to place the order this week. It'll take about 6 to 8 weeks to get printed. So don't call me now, but we'll go ahead and and line up. They're going to be in time, plenty in time for Christmas, and I'll sell some. I can sell. We'll just sell them different places. I hope to be at Appalachian Seafood Festival and different kind of festivals, and we can buy them. You can buy them online, or buy them from us, and also some of the stores that carried them last time. I'm going to let them carry them again. So there are a lot of distribution areas. Ironically, I started a list when I ran out the last time on the 5th thousand. I ran out, and people call and say, well, I just put your name on the list, not thinking I'd really do it. But I just started a list, and I counted it the other night. I've got like 260 something names already on the list that's waiting to get the next printing. So as it gets closer, and I will talk about it, but the next 6 weeks and all, I will occasionally bring up different things about the book and tell you about it. It's just fascinating stories. I find myself, and people tell me the same thing, just picking up the book every now and then, just reading something about it, and it's fascinating. A lot of these folks, I think I've been to, I counted the other day, I want to say 19 funerals of the men in this book who have passed on since I've done the book, and it was a special time in our history and our heritage of the Panhandle. We lost that generation. Only a few of them are left now, but we do have the stories on tape, and we have the stories in full box, and it's something that's really. As a teacher, I tell my students these stories, and they sit there fascinated hearing these stories about how men used to catch these fish, and I tell them thousands. It's hard to comprehend the thousands and thousands of pounds of fish these people caught. Just take a look at this picture here, the Queen Mary, one of the early boats. The book is just full of pictures like this, and look at all those fish. It's almost up to the side. It's got so many fish on it. So these are the stories in full box, and we're going to talk more about it and all. I'm glad to do it, proud to do it. So we're going to do one more printing, but it'll be 6-8 weeks away, but we'll keep telling you about it. But I'm excited about it, and we're going to. I hope everybody gets a copy of this. So I've run out of time today. Welcome all our new viewers with Coastal Connection TV, and thank you other viewers for always being here with us. And we want you to do something good for somebody today, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.